So I know it's been another minute since I've made anything on this channel, and I don't know, I just haven't really had that sort of drive to make anything. Like, I did want to make videos, but I didn't really, first of all, I didn't have the time. That was one thing. I did not have time. I had school and other shit to do, so I didn't have time to make videos. And another thing, I just couldn't really find videos that I wanted to make. I couldn't really figure out anything. What is it? December 10th, Tuesday. I just finished fall quarter like last week. I didn't have to take any finals really. I just had to do like final papers, projects and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with school. I have time. I have like a little more time to make videos. So I was like, why not just make one? Why not just make something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I actually did do, but it ended up being like 30 minutes long, and I was like, okay, I cannot like upload this video. So I'm gonna try it again. Hopefully it won't be as long as this time, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing a sort of collection haul of all of my CDs that I have gathered over the years, everything I've gotten that's been given to me, just all my CDs that I absolutely love and adore, and some that I don't really like, but I still have them anyways. But yeah, so anyways, I hope to make more videos this month, December, because I have pretty much the whole month to make videos since school's not eating up a shit ton of my time anymore. So I'm ready to kind of jump back into it. But of course, obviously, when I go back next month for winter quarter, I might not be making videos again, which I don't think people really care, but that's a little tidbit, a little something. So anyways, let's get on with the CD collection that I have started. Let's see, I think the first CD I got was the Black Eyed Peas. I forgot what it was called. It was a long time ago. I think I was like 8 years old or 9. It was my first CD. I got the Black Eyed Peas. And I remember playing it on like those little CD players that you would just like plug in headphones, like those like big like portable ones. I remember like just listening to the album. Like, I don't even know why I got Black Eyed Peas. I just got it just because. I wasn't even really like a music fan. Like, I didn't have any like I didn't really like an artist particularly during that time. So I think I just grabbed the CD and I was like, I want this. And unfortunately, I do not have that CD. I thought I would just add that little piece in there, so it'd be like that was my first ever CD that I ever got, just period. Yeah, so it was the Black Eyed Peas. I forgot what the album was called, but it was when they were all together, like Fergie, will.i.am, and yeah. Anyway, let's get started. In no particular order, here are my albums as of December, as of December 10th, 2019. This is my CD collection. So first, we're gonna start off with one of my favorite albums ever, like in the world, just ever made, Sweetener by Ariana Grande. Now, if you know me, you know Ariana is like, I'm like her #1 fan. She is my everything. Like, no pun intended. She is my everything, and I have spent so much money on her CDs, vinyls, merch, tickets. Like, I guess ticket, but I love her so much, and I love her music, and it just means so much to me. And you're gonna see a lot of Ariana CDs in here, except for one that I'm gonna get soon, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot of it in here. Yeah, this is the Sweetener album. Now, this is not just any Sweetener album. This isn't just the album you got off of Target or Walmart, whatever. This is a signed Sweetener album. I bought this off of somebody off Reddit. She was selling it. She said she didn't have room for it. I was like, okay, girl. She said she already had other things signed by Ariana Grande, so I kind of just took her word for it. I'm assuming this is a real, I mean, it looks real. Like, you can see the Sharpie. Like, it looks real. Right? I don't know. I think I paid like $60 or something, like $60, $70, but it was worth it. Like, I got a fucking signed Ariana Grande album, my favorite Ariana Grande album, Sweetener. So, you know, this is priceless to me, priceless. Like, one day I'm gonna literally hang this. Like, if I ever get my own place, I'm gonna hang this on the wall and just like, admire it every single day. But yeah, Sweetener. And the next one I have is 25 by Adele. I remember getting this when it came out, and I wasn't really too sure about the album. Honestly, wasn't a huge Adele fan, to be honest, but after I started to listen to this a couple times, and it really dawned on me, and I love this album so much. I think my favorite track might be Remedy, or All I Ask. I love All I Ask. Like, oh my god, this album is amazing. And I've been wanting to get this album on vinyl, but vinyls are fucking expensive. Yeah, this is the Target exclusive edition, so there's 3 bonus tracks. I don't even remember the bonus tracks. All I remember is like the main 11 tracks, because that's all there is on Spotify. So yeah, but there is Adele, 25. And my next album is Prism by Katy Perry. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I literally have not even listened to this album completely. I actually got this on Black Friday. Oh god, a long ass time ago. I think like, when did this album come out? I think it was like 2014 I got this album. Yeah, this album came out 2013, so I probably got it around 2013, 2014. And I honestly have not listened to the entirety of this album, but I will say, where is it? Walking on Air deserved the single. Walking on Air is probably one of the best Katy Perry songs ever. I love Walking on Air. Yeah, I don't know why I got this album, honestly. I think I just got it just because I was like, I'm here, might as well pick it up. But Prism. And the next album, oh my god, one of my favorite albums of all time, Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, The Re-Up. This album, I can't even begin to explain to you how important this album was to me growing up. Like, being 12 years old, literally 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, not knowing who I was, just like kind of discovering myself. And this was honestly, Nicki Minaj was the first artist I stand. Like, and it was crazy. Like, talk to anybody who went to middle school with me, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah. I was insane. I was an insane barb. I mean, I still am a barb, but I was like a hardcore barb. Oh shit, back in the day. And this is obviously the re-up, so it comes with the original Roman Reloaded CD, and it comes with the 8 bonus tracks, or the 8 new tracks from the re-up, as well as the re-up DVD, which I just watched the re-up DVD the other day, and I was like, oh my god, like my heart was gonna explode. Like, I loved Nicki in this era so much. I love this era so much. I wish we could go back and just relive that era. Oh my god. Like, Stupid Hoe is the song that got me into Nicki Minaj, and just like the rest of her discography, and it's amazing. I love this album. I love it. My next album is Camila by Camila Cabello. Now, this album, again, oh my god, there's a fucking crack on the back. I hate when these fucking CDs get cracks. It's so frustrating. But Camila, I listened to this album my senior year of high school, and this album was really important to me, honestly. And just sort of like getting through those last couple of months of high school, and just sort of like going through that transition of like, what is my life? It's like songs like Never Be the Same, All These Years, Inside Out, Real Friends, In the Dark, Into It. Like, this album was like my holy grail senior year of high school. I love this album. I know a lot of people don't like this album. They think it's like a bad debut. I think this is one of the best debut albums there is. I think she did an amazing job. I actually have this album on vinyl because I loved it that much. It's such a great album. And I actually did purchase her new album, Romance. I got the signed copy, which should be arriving soon. So I got a signed copy of Romance, and I still haven't really listened to it. Like, I've sort of kind of listened to it, and I like some of the songs, but I haven't really gotten into the album yet, so I'm excited to do that. Next is another one of my all-time favorite albums. Oh my god, this is, I mean, I love all these albums, but this album for sure is like one of my favorites. Art Pop by Lady Gaga. This is the album that got me into Gaga in the first place. I was never really a Gaga fan. I honestly hated Gaga. I was one of those haters that was like, why is she so fucking weird, wearing a meat dress, what the fuck is that? Until I listened to Art Pop, and I was like, I get it now. Like, I get it. This album is amazing, and the fact that it is like one of her least selling, I think it's one of like the least selling albums out of her whole discography. It's so unfortunate, because this album has just amazing tracks, and this is actually the version that has Do What You Want featuring R. Kelly. So I don't know if this is actually worth any money because of that. It shouldn't be. It should be worth less because R. Kelly's on it. But I love the song, and I would go into like a deeper thing about this album, but that's the reason why the video I recorded last time was like half an hour long, so let's keep it moving. Next, this album, it's not one of my favorites. I got it to support her, this artist, but I actually ended up liking quite a few songs, and that is Iggy Azalea In My Defense. A lot of people might not like Iggy. I think she's okay. I think her music is honestly, it's good. Like, some of the songs she makes are bangers. Like, for example, Started, that's a freaking banger. Just Wanna, Freak of the Week, Sally Walker, it's amazing. And I love what she did for visuals this era. Like, look at this. I love what she did with visuals. And I also got the vinyl version of this as well, because the actual like vinyl disc thingy, I don't know what they're called. Like, I guess maybe they're called vinyls, I don't know. It's like, it's red, but it has like splatters of blood, like it's sort of like the illusion of blood splatters, I think is what you would call it. And it's really good. Like, good. If I ever do like a vinyl collection, you'll see it, or you can just Google it, I guess. Yeah, and it also comes with like a little poster thing right there. I love it. I love the visuals for this era. Like, her music videos were, I don't know how like Started didn't pop off and become like one of the hits of the summer, because it did numbers for me, at least. I streamed it so much. Anyways, In My Defense. Next is Mariah Carey, Number 1 to Infinity. I think this was like her greatest hits album. Yeah, this is her greatest hits. I got this when I was in Mexico. I don't know why I got it. It's just, I think I just had money and we went to the mall and I was like, okay, I guess I'll get it. I don't know. I like Mariah Carey. I've never really listened to this album. I just got it just because, so it's in my collection. Honestly, I think if you even look at the CD, it looks clean actually. I don't know. It says Little Mariah, 6 years old. Oh, that's me in the camera. But yeah, I don't know. I like Mariah. This just so happens to be in my collection. I loved her new album, Caution. I love that album. I really want to get that album on CD if I ever see it like in stores, or I might even buy it online. But I really loved Caution. I love that album. And again, I have another Mariah Carey CD, The Ballads. Again, never listened to this album. I'm sure it's great. I just never listened to it. Next is one of my favorite albums of 2019, if not my favorite album of 2019. And I say that knowing that Thank You Next came out this year. Is Charli by Charli XCX. This album, my God, this is a masterpiece, a work of art. Nobody could ever do this except Charli XCX. Like, this album is just so amazing. It's so good. From top to bottom, every single track is a banger. I love this. I love it. I love this album so much. I streamed this album so much, it ended up on my Spotify Wrapped, even though it came out like towards the, I don't, like 2 months ago or something like that. Like, it came out a while ago. Or not, like, it's not that long ago, but I listened to it so much. One of my favorite tracks off the album is February 2017. I love how like the drop, like the bass drop, and the I know it's just something, but just listen to February 2017 and you'll understand what I mean. Like, it's so euphoric, and oh my God, I love this album so much. I love it so much. When it first came out, I honestly didn't really like it that much, but I started listening to it again and again, and I loved it, and I played it every single day, top to bottom. Especially Click, but Slater remix, my God, that is, the Slater remix of Click is amazing, period. That's all I'm saying. But at least listen to this album, at least try it, because it's so good. It's so good. It's not like your average pop record at all. It's very, I mean, there's some songs that are like, I guess, radio safe, radio friendly, but some of these songs, other songs on here are just, they're very experimental, but they're good. They're really great. Next, we have Katy Perry, The Complete Confection. Yeah, this one, I honestly love this era. I wish I got to enjoy this era more, but I was definitely more into Nicki Minaj, obviously, when this came out. But again, it's a great album. I love it. I love Teenage Dream, Last Friday Night, California Girls. Like, just banger after banger after banger. This is, again, a great album as well. I wanted to get the version of the CD where like the CD smells like cotton candy or something like that. It's supposed to smell like candy, but I decided to get this one instead because this is like the complete confection, or yeah, confection. I don't know if that's how you say it, but great album, love it. Next we have, again, another contender for the best album of 2019. Thank You Next. This is, again, like my holy bro. Like, oh my god, this album is so amazing, top to bottom, amazing. My favorite song would have to be Needy. Oh, I love Needy so much. And being able to hear her sing that live was like dying and coming back to life. Like, she literally is God. I don't know, so I'm just insane. But yeah, there it is. Thank You Next. Next up, we got Bangers by Miley Cyrus. Again, this is one of those situations where I was just at the store and I was like, why not? This is the Target exclusive edition that comes with stickers. I think you can see the stickers right there. And yeah, bangers. I didn't really listen to the entirety of this album either. This is the deluxe edition, obviously, like I just said. My favorite song off this album would have to be #Get It Right. I love that song. Everything else, honestly, I liked Love Money Party featuring Big Sean, We Can't Stop, obviously, and that's really it. I haven't really listened to the rest of the album, if we're gonna be honest, but those songs are bangers. No pun intended. Anyways, there you go. Next we have Dangerous Woman, Ariana Grande. Again, I don't know what else to say. Oh shit. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Jesus. I don't know why that happened, but there we go. Dangerous Woman. I ordered the new vinyl versions of this off of her website. That's supposed to be like holiday limited edition, and they still haven't shipped, but I'm waiting for those. And once I get those, I think I'll do a vinyl collection video. But yeah, I got this in a vinyl format as well. Oh my god, it still has like some of the sticker when I got it. I love it. But to be honest, I did not buy this when it came out. I kind of, if we're gonna be honest right here, I kind of lost a little bit of interest in Ariana Grande. After My Everything, I didn't like My Everything, if we're gonna be honest. I did not like My Everything. So when this came out, I was kind of skeptical. It's like, is this really gonna be good? Is it gonna be Ariana, like the Ariana I know from yours truly? And it wasn't really, but it still was an amazing album, and it made me fall in love with Ariana again. Like Moonlight, Be Alright, Into You, Sometimes, I Don't Care, Bad Decisions, Knew Better, Forever Boy. Like, all these tracks are just so good. I don't know what else to say. She's an amazing artist and I love her so much. Yeah, period. Next we have Reputation, which again, this was on sale at Target. I think it was like $8. I was like, why not? I want to support Taylor, so I got it. And yeah, I haven't really listened to the whole album again, like I said, but I do like, what's it called? Gorgeous. I love Gorgeous. It's an amazing track. I love Gorgeous. And that's really the only song I've heard off this album besides like the singles. But Gorgeous is an amazing track off this album. And I really hope one day I could sit down and just listen to this album because I think it deserves a good listen. So next up is Lady Gaga, The Fame. This, again, is an amazing album. I like the most of the album. Some of the songs I don't like are Brown Eyes, I Like It Rough, and Summer Boy. But everything else is a banger. So I guess the last 3 tracks off the album is not my favorite. But everything else is it's great, fantastic. I think it's also a pretty good debut album. It's really interesting to listen to this album and sort of like think about the music landscape in 2008. It's interesting, and it's interesting also to see that a lot of these songs still hold up in 2019, like 2020. Like a lot of these songs, if they were released today, I feel like they would do a good job as well. Especially something like Boys, 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 that could do I think that could do numbers if it was released as a single in 2020. And Next up, we got Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Again, this is an amazing album. I got it when I got Prism, but this is the only one I actually listened. This is when I was starting to get into Gaga after Pop. And this album is just amazing. And I also own the Born This Way Ball like concert CD. I think it was like by HBO or something. I owned the CD or the DVD, I guess, for that album. And yeah, I own the physical copy of Born This Way, which is great. If you can't tell, I'm trying to speed this up because it's like I've hit 25 minutes so far, and we gotta go. We gotta move. So the next album is The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj. Now, fun fact, this is the version of the album where they fucked up and they put the clean version of Anaconda. So while this is explicit, this actually has the clean version of Anaconda. I don't know if that makes this worth any money at all, but yeah. Next up, we got My Everything, which, as we have discussed, is not my favorite. I was not a big fan of this album. It just, when she released Break Free, like Problem, just the regular singles, I really thought this album was going to be much different than it actually was. I feel like this album was sort of misleading in a way. In my opinion, that was my own personal opinion. Like, I thought it was going to be more high energy, poppy, but that was sort of like not it at all. Like, obviously there are some pop songs on here, but for the most part, there is not a lot of poppy songs on here. This is the Target exclusive edition though, so this does have a Cadillac song, which is one of my favorite songs Ariana has ever released. I love Cadillac songs. It's a shame it's not available on Spotify or any of the streaming services, at least not in the US. It's just such an amazing bonus track, and I'm glad that I have that at least. So there's that. Next up, I have 1989. Probably, this is honestly one of my favorite albums ever, period. This is the exclusive Target edition with the Polaroid pictures. And I love this album. I remember this album came out and I was kind of hesitant because obviously this was her first like real pop record, like really no country. This was just straight up pop. So I was interested. I remember going to Target using my Target gift card I got for my birthday. And purchasing it. I remember this was my freshman year of high school, and to be honest, I would listen to this every single day. I remember I ripped it off like the CD and put it on my computer, put it on my phone, and that's how I would listen to it. Because I think it was in 2014 or something like that, where she took off all of her music off of streaming services. So that was really the only way you could listen, is if you bought it or ripped it and put it on your phone. And even then, even in 2014, like Spotify and things like that weren't that popular yet, but they were still a thing, but they weren't really like a thing like they are today. So buying CDs and stuff was still pretty popular. But anyways, I love this album. I want to get it on vinyl, but I don't know, maybe one day when I have enough money. But yeah, 1989. Next up is Beyonce. I got this one in Mexico again with the Mariah Carey CDs, and I love this album. It's great. This is the version with, well, I guess every single album comes with the actual DVD. This is the visual component, and this is the actual CD component. Also, I love the booklets that come with albums as well. And obviously when you get vinyl, the pictures are much bigger. Like, I love like when artists do stuff like this. And I'm gonna the next album I'm gonna show you is like probably the best sort of like physical album purchase anyone could make, or I guess it's the best way to release an album physically, I guess I'll say. Beyonce by Beyonce. Love this album, really great. So the next album is Anti by Ariana. Anti by Rihanna. This album, I'm speechless. I remember listening to this album so many times. I was obsessed with Anti. It is an amazing album, and obviously Rihanna hasn't really released anything after this. Oh God, I remember, I think this was sophomore year of high school. I would stream this. I would have my earbuds in, all day, and I would just be listening to Anti. Oh, such amazing tracks. Like, honestly, like Sex With Me, that is probably one of her best tracks I think she's ever made. I love that song. And this, like I said, the attention to detail for this physical release, like everything is in Braille. Obviously I don't know how to read Braille, but I remember seeing a video of somebody actually like reading what it said, and obviously this is in Braille as well. Probably ASMR. And the CD is in here, and there's like a little poster, and there's like another little poster, like, and this is like good material. Like this is gonna hold up. And like, this was great. I got this for like $11 on Amazon, so this was awesome. Like compared to like a regular old just CD, like this is like you know, she really cared about how like the presentation for this album. And I wish more artists would put more effort. I feel like if more artists did stuff like this, there would be more album sales, because people would really want a physical copy of this, you know, because it looks nice, you know, when you put it on, you can even like display it looks nice. So I really wish more artists did stuff like this, but unfortunately all they do is just boring ass old CD jewel cases, whatever they're called. And last but certainly not least, we have Lover by Taylor Swift. Now obviously this is the Target version, where it has like a bunch of her journal notes, pictures, and then at the end, honestly this was kind of a scam, if I'm gonna be honest, because a whole part of this whole album is just like, oh shit, the poster fell out. A whole part of this album, or not album, but the release and the book thing right here, the book thing, I don't know what you call it, it's all just blank. And I guess it's like, you know, she wrote in this journal, and now it's your turn to write in this journal. Have your own journal. This is not gonna be, I mean, I could definitely see people writing in this, but imagine if you bought every single copy, because there was 4 versions of this. Imagine, like, obviously the Taylor stan buys 4 versions of this album, and they only get like probably like 10-15 pages, and the rest is just blank. Like, I thought it was gonna be like filled to the brim with like a bunch of like song ideas, lyrics, but no, it's just like little jots. Honestly, I thought I had bad handwriting, bro. But I don't know, like I'm trying to read it, I was like, girl, what does it say? What does that say? She does the same thing I do though. I connect my letters. So like if you can see like right here, like when she spelled performance, like she connected those letters. Like she does the same thing I do. I connect a lot of my letters. What the fuck? See, like, what, look, see this right here? Obviously, she probably meant to say the first day, but like, what is this? What is that? Is that an F? Because that does not look like the first, I mean, that does not look like an F. That was like an E. Okay, Taylor, I'm sorry. That was like an E. But yeah, that's it. That is my album collection. I hope they was somewhat entertaining. Again, this video ended up being 30 minutes long, but I just had a lot of CDs, and honestly, I could go into like much more in depth about all these albums, or most of these albums at least, and just really like start to get into deep and like why I love these albums, because I love music so much. Music is such a big part of my life. I love it so much. I love just everything about it, and the connections you can make with the music, and the way you can identify it in your own personal situations. I think it's awesome. I love music. And yeah, that's why I've really invested like my money and space in my room to hold these CDs and my vinyls as well. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a vinyl collection soon. I love it. I love it. And also, you know, buying albums, you support the artist, and you have the actual physical album in case anything ever happens. You have the lossless, full quality versions of the tracks in your hand, which is awesome. I think it's a shame that CDs are going out of style, I guess, you know. I really wish, since you can probably see my ALEXA over there, I really wish Amazon would sell like an extension where like it's like a CD player, but you connect it to the Alexa, and you could just play CDs and play through the speaker, because that speaker sounds so good. This, oh my god, I could do a whole review about the speaker. It sounds so good. The bass is like hard, like not even at like 20% volume, you can feel the bass. It's insane. I love the speaker. I got it on Black Friday when it was like $60. 100% worth it. Even at $100, which is the regular price, it's 100% worth it. But yeah, anyways, I'll stop babbling, and that's the end of my video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Doesn't really do much for me, but I like seeing the thumbs up. So if you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down, leave a comment if you would like, give some feedback, some suggestions, and yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope it entertained you for at least a little bit. I know nobody's gonna watch this video to the end, so if you did, thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. But yeah.